Hello, you're listening to a We Will Fix It podcast short with Colin Thomas and myself, James Piecowye.
Garages, and I know you've got some shelving, and then I saw this and I thought, wow, this is a great idea for roofs and things. And I just thought, let's have a little chat about some options that one has for winning a little bit of space. And here we've got a lot of carports, but they're still rife for some storage use.
Yeah. Dan did exactly this. He has the hooks in the wall so that he could hang the very, very impressive bike that he has that I don't think is used these days. Because last time I saw it, because it was not indoor, he doesn't have doors on the front of it. It was looking a little bit sorry for itself, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And that is the problem. So, first of all, if you're storing a bike outside, it will rust and it's going to be bad, especially after a summer. Secondly, if it's in sunlight, it will fade and it will crack anything that's rubber, so tires or anything like that. So, first of all, do you have an indoor type garage space? Then this is all perfectly feasible. So
that's right off the bat. You got to take a look at your environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've often romanticized about putting my stand-up paddleboard outside, and then I kind of went, it's going to be direct sunlight, the bag's going to get destroyed, the board will get destroyed. I keep them inside.
Yeah, or you could tarp it.
Oh, okay.
So just a tarpaulin that you don't really mind if it gets destroyed to deal with whatever else is inside. I've done that with the NASCAR. It was the only way. Anyway, another story. So for that, then so just think about, there's so many different mounts that are available. Mounting them at different heights means you can actually use a wall a lot more effectively, and they almost interlock, if you can imagine, in the way that it's designed. I use like factory shelving in my garage. So I've gone all the way down one side and then across the back because I need huge amounts of storage. I mean, I've got one just for Gero parts, which is 6 meters long. And it's great, and it'll take weight. That's the other classic.
That's the problem. And I think so many people forget. They'll put some hooks up, they'll put this, that, the other thing, and they're not weight bearing. They're not load bearing.
Here's an absolute classic for you. I had, in the really early days, and so this must have been probably 2009, I had a call which basically said, we have a super VIP customer that needs a handyman to come to their property.
I love that word, a handyman.
Yeah.
Which is...
they're going to get no briefing and they have to be security approved. So we sent through the details of the guys that we had at the time. This is really early days, so we didn't have all that many. And they all got rejected. And I then sent my details through because they wanted the manager of the company to be checked out as well. I went, oh, good news, you're security approved, so you're doing it. Right. Okay. Well, it's a job and we need it. So off I went, and I was handyman for that. Actually turned into about 4 days. But the shelving job that they did. So this person was the ex-wife of a very prominent European president. Okay. And the sons that she had with the president were in town. So I got met by these really, really nice young guys at the entrance. And it was only after 5 minutes that I saw the kind of bulge that was just inside here. So they had handguns in case I was going to be...
You never know.
Well, you imagine. I've got hammers and various other bits. So, okay, makes total sense. And some of the stuff I was installing was in the kids' bedroom. Yeah. But they got the legendary lac shelves. The Ikea lac shelves.
Yeah.
Don't they look lovely on a wall?
They look beautiful.
Because they don't have any... actual brackets underneath them. They're built into the shelf. Yeah, that's wonderful. So the feedback they gave was, okay, those are up, and just do not put weight on them
Which means you can't put much on them.
No, you really can't.
And you really forget about that, because I've got some old shelves that I put into our, little office that I've got at home.
Yeah.
And, they're even with nice brackets, and, you got the nice solid wood, and even over the years, with putting just regular books on them.
Yes.
Books are heavy. There's been some, bowing a little bit of that wood because you forget how heavy paper and stuff is.
Well, I got a call 3 weeks later to tell me that apparently the shelves that I put up had just failed. Yeah. And they're very kind of pointed. I was like, well, I know how I put those up, so there's no way. I over-engineered it like you wouldn't believe, because I knew that this was going to be a problem. So back I went, and so there is the bracket still perfectly on the wall, and with the two prongs bent down at a 35-degree angle.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay, so what do you put on it? Well, have a look at all of these reference books. You put reference books on it, and they put, these are the longest black shells, so it probably had, I think, probably 40 kilos on it at the time.
Oh, man. The black shell will never support that.
No, absolutely, not even close.
No.
So I said, okay, so now, and this was with the lady of the house, I was like, just see my fixings. She's like, oh yes, I know that, but the shelves have failed. Okay, do you remember the conversation we had? Oh yes, I do remember. Well, you do have more, don't you? I'm like, yes, you're not going to put the books on the mic. Oh no. Thank goodness I never heard about that job again. But we had to redo it. I charged her again, and yeah, that was that one.
So you got shelving we can put up. We've got roof hoists we could use.
Yeah.
We've got wall mounts we can use.
Yep.
All again great if they're indoors. One of the things that someone mentioned is pegboarding. Does anyone use pegboard anymore?
There's a new style of pegboard actually from Ikea that Dylan wanted as part of his desk that we built together, which was lovely. And they come now with their own kind of, so rather than the traditional pegboard, which by my definitions of a pegboard, I think cork. Is that what you think?
No.
What do you think?
So I'm thinking of a brown piece of almost like plywood that has all these little holes in it that you can then put hooks in.
Right. Okay. So yes, this is almost what it's adapted to. So the new version of that is, so the board with the holes in, as you imagine.
Isn't that interesting? You're thinking cork where you're putting tacks and stuff in.
That's how we used to have back home.
So the pegboard, I'm thinking North American stuff. So it's got all these custom little hooks you can put in, pegboard hooks.
Which is what the new IKEA setup is. But actually it's plastic.
Oh, plastic.
So, yeah, it's plasticized. So that way, if you don't get any of the marks on it that you used to get. And then they have their own system, which is specific to the holes. Of course, you can't use generic.
Of course not.
And they have all of the hooks and the baskets and all that kind of thing. So Dylan now has that in front of his new school desk at home, so that when he wants to have reference stuff, he can put it there.
There's a lot of options for storage.
Yeah.
But again, indoor, outdoor, you got to be thinking weight bearing, load bearing, not load bearing.
Yes.
And I was thinking again about back to the Wrangler roof. See, I've got one of those fiberglass things with big steel girders around the corners. I wonder if we could rig something up with that, or we'd have to put some wood.
So you got fiberglass and
I got a fiberglass roof system, kind of like my carport area. One of those,
Oh, wait a second, I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is one of those external style ones. Okay, so the fiberglass goes over the top with the poles.
But I got pretty serious steel girder poles that support the fiberglass roof. Well over engineered. Yeah, I could put some.
Okay. So the only way of doing that would be to triangulate it probably initially, and then.
Although I could put 2x6s on the metal poles.
Are they horizontal or vertical? The poles. They're vertical, aren't they? At the four corners.
So they're horizontal, and then the.
So it's an overhanging type style. I've got you now. Right, okay.
I'll take a picture. It's kind of weird. I'll take a picture and show it to you.
Yeah, that should be enough. Although the way that I would do that is I would create a strap that goes around the pole in each location, and then we'll literally mount off that. So with carabiner clips, that kind of style.
All right. So it's possible. I might have to give you guys a call.